Hey you guys, Esikhomesteddah Homesteader here with the good, bad, and the ugly. All right, you guys, so I wanted to do this video because sometimes we could get discouraged on homestead. So this video is entitled How to Save Your Citrus. Now, my citrus trees took a hard hit over the winter, you guys. I did do the tough love method. I didn't have heat in my greenhouse to see if they would pull through. There was some neglect on my part. So what happened was, let's see, I lost, I think 3 or 4, and I'm not even sure exactly what they were. Now, I have 3 in front of me. 2 I don't. Well, 1 is a calamondin. 1 I think is my Owari satsuma. The other one is my kumquat. So, how to know if your tree is dead or if it's still alive? Now, what you can do. Now, my trees was looking totally dead, and I decided not to give up on them. Also, there's a trick that you can do, and you might be familiar with it, is to scratch your bark. If you do a little scratch on your bark at the bottom, and you have green showing, now you can see this right here, little green. Now, do not scratch your tree like you fighting your tree. Please don't do that. Just use your nails, scratch it a little bit, peel back the skin, and if you see green, that tree is still alive, even though it's looking ratchet and dead. Okay? So, this tree over here, I did a scratch, and it is completely, it's gone. The tree is just gone. And I'm not even sure what tree this was. So again, this one here is my Nagami kumquat. I'm not sure what this one is. I'm hoping it is my lemon mire. This one is one of my calamondins. And as you can see, it wanted to exit out. My trees was looking really, really rough. So one of the first things that I did was begin to cut it down. I cut it completely down. Wherever there was dead stems and leaves, I cut it completely down. That's the best thing you could do for your tree when your tree look like it is dying. And if you do that scratch test and that green is still there, cut your tree all the way down. So these 2, I'm gonna chop this down some more, but as you can see, I already did a little scratch test on this one, and it's still alive. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that completely down. I did the same thing with this one here. Not sure which one this is. Now, what I did was I took some nitrogen, because you need nitrogen to create those evergreens, those leaves. So I first did nitrogen with some worm castings, and then I added some citrus tone. And you guys, I was out here babying these trees, trying to nurse them back. And this is what happened. I began to see these new growths. I came outside one day and I saw these little tiny, you see how tiny those are down there? And I was like, oh, I'm so happy. It's bouncing back. It is bouncing back. So make sure you monitor your trees, because even though they go through the changes, there's a big chance that your tree is not dead. Now, like I said, I think I lost like 3 or 4. I'm not even sure what those trees were, but I did do the scratch method on them as well. So I'm not sure what this one is, but I wanted to show you guys the difference in what the bark looks like when you scratch it. See, she's completely gone. I mean, she's just, yeah, she's completely gone. And this one, you can see the life in it. Okay. So if you just dig your nail in and you pull it back a little bit, just make sure you press back, because you don't want your trees to get diseased. Okay. So again, I used nitrogen first in worm castings to bring them back to life. Then I added some citrus tone. There's this part of me that think before I took them into the greenhouse, that maybe my fertilizer that I got on eBay wasn't good enough for them. But I also know that the cold fronts, the freezes that came through was very, very bad over the winter, even though our winters are not dragged out, and they're not excruciating cold, but we do get these ice storms. So we did have probably 2 ice storms that came through, and they did take a hit. So I'm very, very glad that I did not give up on them. Do not give up on your fruit trees. I don't care how bad they look. They have no leaves and they have these dead stems. Do not give up on them, because if that bark still has green behind it, you can bring your tree back to life. Also, make sure y'all research. I'm not no tree whisperer, but I know I have learned a lot over the years, and I do a lot of research on just growing different fruits, vegetables, and trees. So don't give up on your trees. Show them some love, and you will have a good turnout if that bark is green. So just continue to monitor them, give them water. The weather is breaking right now, so I'm really looking forward to these to start thriving. I hate the fact that I never got my citrus in the ground, and I definitely want to put that out there, you guys. If you guys are in 8A and you're afraid of growing citrus, or you want to keep them in container, I'm saying for me, I prefer the next time I do get another round of citrus, they're going in the ground. Because they have, to me, they have a better chance of surviving in the ground, because they learn how to get acclimated with the ground soil, and you're not babying them as much. So my next round of citrus, they going in the ground. And if I can pull these through this summer and they begin to just thrive and get maybe about 2 to 3 feet tall, they going in the ground. All right, you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you out. Remember, when you do the bark test, the scratch bark test, don't do it to harm the tree. Just a little scratch, and if you see that green, that tree is still alive. So, but the best thing you could do when that tree is looking like it's dead, cut all them dead leaves off. And you see all that green that's coming in? So this tree is about to take off. Get in there so you guys can see all the little specks of leaves that are pushing his way out. And this is the calamondin. I have no idea what this one is. I'm thinking this might be my Owari Satsuma. Remember I told y'all my Owari Satsuma is a real diehard, and the looks of it looks like my Owari Satsuma, and this one is the kumquat. So I'm hoping to start seeing some birth of some leaves coming out of here, especially at the bottom. So again, I'm gonna chop all of this off, because it's dying eventually, this branch here, and I'm just gonna cut it all the way down. So again, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not give up on your citrus tree. Make sure you do some research, and you can bring your tree back to life the same way I did. All right, you guys, the good, bad, and the ugly of homesteading. This is SEK. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.